You can be part of the show anytime. You can call 925-WSJM. You can email let's talk at WSJM.com. And streaming live on our Facebook and our YouTube and X as well. If you want to hang out with us for a little bit, actually doing just a few minutes early. Why not?
Yeah. I like your shirt.
Thank you. I like your shirt.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I almost wore that shirt or something similar, but I thought, no, Johnny might wear that shirt.
Yeah, I thought we were planning on red flannels. Yours is still red.
Well, mine's red, but it's got the nice little gold.
The yellows in there. The golds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Christmas colors.
Little accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. No green in there. I was thinking what we should have done is, I don't know, because I don't have one, but do you have a green flannel shirt?
I do. I almost wore that one today.
We could have done that because then we could have been like a Hallmark movie.
A Hallmark. Well, and that's what this outfit is. I'm a Hallmark character.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a costume.
That works. That works.
I didn't put the vest on.
Yeah. I got a haircut. As you can see on our live stream.
A couple of them cut.
Yeah.
Look at that.
A couple hairs cut. Yeah, I just said, give me a couple off the top. That's all I need. But you wanted to talk about an art mask.
Yeah.
What's going on with an art mask?
Well, this is one of those things where you know how you put stuff in storage or in your closet or in your attic or whatever, and you're thinking, I bought this at some point thinking, oh yeah, this is a nice piece of art. It could be valuable one day, or maybe it's valuable now.
Sure.
And then you just kind of store it away and it gathers dust. And eventually somebody comes along and says, oh, hey, I would buy that from you. This is what happened over in France.
Okay.
There's this old friend, elderly, they call them, French couple. They had this African mask that they bought at some point in their travels, and they had since stored it away in their attic. It was gathering dust. They had I don't know what amounted basically to a yard sale, and somebody walking by said, huh, you want $165 for that? I'll pay you $165 for that. And he bought it. And then he turned around and a little while later auctioned it off.
My guess is he sold it for a little more than $165.
$4.6 million.
No way.
He bought it for $165. He auctioned it off for $4.6 million.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's when the couple filed a lawsuit against the dealer. They said, you hoodwinked us. You knew that this thing was valuable. Yep. You gave us $165 and you didn't protect us from ourselves. The dealer denied knowing anything about the item's true value, claiming he undertook considerable research following valuations by 3 separate auctioneers. I mean, you buy something for $165. Are you really going to take it to auctioneers, 3 different auctioneers, and say, hey, what do you think this is? What do you think?
And the fact that he just bought it, that seems a little sketchy. Yeah. Only a few years later. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, it was a ritual object that was used as part of purification ceremonies conducted by a secret society within an African tribe.
Wow.
It's believed to be only one of 10 surviving examples left in the world, which is why it was $4.6 million. The couple claimed that the dealer misled them regarding the object's true value and rejected a goodwill offer to settle after they saw that he made $4.6 million. They said, okay, well, we'll take $330,000 as a settlement. And the guy's like, no. Despite initial assurances that the pair had a strong case, a judge ultimately ruled in the dealer's favor, stating that the former owners were guilty of, quote unquote, inexcusable negligence and frivolity.
Wow.
Frivolity. Yeah. So I guess seller beware in that case.
Well, that's one of the things with the beauty of the internet and research and appraisal of all that stuff, because they could have easily, if they were, thinking maybe this has some value.
Yeah.
They could have done the same thing that this guy did and gone to an auctioneer or an expert.
That's exactly what the defense lawyer said, was when you've got such an item at home, you should be a bit more curious before giving it up.
Right. And originally, where did they get it from?
I don't know. I don't know exactly.
They've got it through their travels.
But the funny thing is in a separate but related controversy, the
Mhm.
state of Gabon has called for the mask's repatriation.
Oh, yeah. As
So
you
now
were
there's a
talking about it,
government.
I was like, wait a minute. If
Yeah.
you're saying this is a pretty ritualistic
Yeah.
thing that's very, very important, that's my guess is that guy. I
But
don't know
he
if
already
he'll.
sold it.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
doesn't care.
he's got the money, so he's good.
Yeah.
But that's another thing that I've always wondered when when anybody dies,
Right.
especially when you go through like an estate sale, or if you have a
Mhm.
family member and you're going through the items that they have, and especially if they're a world traveler,
Mhm.
there's some things that you have no clue what it may be worth.
That's
I know, even walking through family members' houses and seeing like pottery
Mhm.
or different items that are old. I'm like, I got to look this up.
Yep.
I got to look this up and figure out what it is. If there's another one like it on either eBay
Yeah. What are they
or
going for?
Google, what are they going for?
Yeah.
If there's an artist name, I check that stuff out. So in this day and age of technology and
Yeah.
research and expertise, do your research and
Mhm.
figure that stuff out. But on the other side of it, if you're an expert,
Yeah.
do you start walking around to some of these places, these garage sales and
yeah.
all that stuff, and say, that thing's worth like $100,000. I'll give you $50 for it. Absolutely.
Well, and that's the risk, right? And that's the reward that you get. I mean, that's what I go to yard sales for. Is
Yeah.
I'm looking for
The
something.
fines.
Yeah, you look for the finds that are at great deals, and buyer beware. I mean, he could have bought that mask, and it could have been something that was produced the year before,
Right.
as a replica.
But would you be like him if like, say this guy actually knew what the value was ahead of time?
He probably had an idea.
He probably had an idea. Would you, if you walked up on something that you said, is 10 times or 100 times its value,
Yeah.
and it has a $10 price tag on it, would you tell them and say, hey, this is worth more?
I would probably say we need to work something out here, because this is probably worth a lot more than what you're offering it to me for.
Mhm.
And I want to be fair, because I know karma's going to come and kick my tail end.
Sure.
If I take you for this.
Oh, that's good.
I probably wouldn't give him $4.6 million. I might give him the 0.6.
Let's
and I'll take the 4.
Yeah. Let's give you a considerable amount more than what you have on the price tag, but the 4.6 not happening.
Yeah.
So
But if it's a Les Paul guitar, I'll take that for $5, please.
there you go. Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll catch you up with news, sports, and a whole lot more. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Hi, I'm Ken Kosminski from The Buck in downtown St.
$4.6 million.
Yeah, and that's something. You go to their holiday clear out, is what they call it, and you find that mask, and he's probably like, oh,
yeah. We have
$4.6 million.
We've had family members or people that we know that have passed away, and if they've been world travelers, and you see stuff like that, and I'm like, man, what is that? Because we have somebody in our family that has some somebody that we know that has some pottery, and we're like, oh man, we got to do some research on this and figure this stuff out.
No.
Because if it's worth something, or if it has value, or if it's pretty cool, you gotta look into that stuff. You can't just say slap $5 on it, we're good.
True. And it may turn out to be just a trinket, but in the odd or rare case, it might be something. That reminds me, I've got a lot of Turkish stuff to look through, because my uncle, when he was in the military, he traveled all around that area and just kept sending stuff back. And this was at a time when they didn't really take a quick look at what was being sent back. So now I got to take a look at it and see, is this recycled material, or can I find that art dealer?
Yeah. Is it worth having somebody appraise and take a look at? Because I mean, I watch Antiques Roadshow all the time, and they're like, yeah, this is something that, my family was, especially like you're saying, if they're in the war, or if they're traveling somewhere halfway across the world, they send stuff. Like, this is always just sit on our mantle for the, almost our entire lives, and we didn't know it was worth anything. And they're like, yeah, it's worth $300,000. It's like, all right, I guess I shouldn't be storing that in the bathroom then.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to news here in just a minute, but thank you so much for people that are joining us a little bit early on our live stream.
That's
so
good.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, appreciate you.
All right, let's get back. Let's do this.
Under radio.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is News Talk Sports 94.9. WSJM FM Benton Harbor St. Joseph. Depend on us.
Hi, this is Pat Moody, and you're listening to The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's Friday, December 22nd. Welcome to it. We've got some rain, 50-50 chance that we'll get that throughout the day, mainly in the afternoon, they say, but we're it was raining a little bit this morning. It was misting.
Was it? On your way in?
High 42.
Okay.
Tonight we're looking at 80% chance for some rain, low down to 40. And then on Saturday, cloudy and a 30% chance for some rain with a high of 47.
Gonna have to take the umbrella to go see the Christmas lights.
Yeah. You doing? Is that
That's
today?
Tonight.
You're going to the one at Fernwood?
Fernwood. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It should be good. I mean, you'll need the umbrella, but the weather would be pretty nice.
Yeah. It's gonna be warm enough.
What time?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't plan it? I got my tickets. That's all I know.
I'm driving.
I know. I'm just going to where I need to go.
That's right.
I like that. Let's find out what's happening in the news. WSJM News is brought to you by our friends at Cornerstone Alliance. See gomichigan.com. Cornerstone Alliance.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Good morning. Berrien County, Lake Charter Township, and others will have to wait until at least next October to learn if the D.C. Cook Nuclear Power Plant's property tax assessment appeal is successful. That's what the sides worked out yesterday with the Michigan Tax Tribunal. Indiana Michigan Power filed the appeal seeking to reduce their tax burden starting in 2022 by as much as $20 million a year. The lead attorney for Lake Charter Township is Michael Homier. He says if I&M is successful on their appeal, Cook's nuclear owner, AEP, would be owed refunds.
If the tribunal were to decide that there was a reduction in taxable value, it would affect 22, where refunds would have to be paid, as well as 23.
And those refunds would go to AEP. And given the timing of the arguments before the tribunal, that refund series would likely extend to include 2024. So you're looking at 2022, 2023, and 2024. And if the refund is as much as $20 million a year, that's $60 million that would have to come out of the county.
Oh, wow.
And then the county would have to be paid back by all the municipality or the little government organizations that collect millage in that area. So, yeah, that'd be tough. Given the, let's see, also I&M says they understand the impact that the appeal will have if they're successful, but their parent company, AEP, raised questions about the current assessment, and they believe the tribunal's review will ensure that the assessment is reasonable and appropriate. On their website, Lake Charter Township promotes low taxes. And they say that's due in large part to the Cook plant tax revenue that they gather, allowing them to provide police and fire services, library services, trash and recycling, all from their general fund, making additional millage typically needed to fund those types of services unnecessary. Now, the next tribunal hearing on this matter is now set for mid-October 2024, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep our eyes on that.
Starting January 1, Michigan residents will pay a little more for the annual recreation passport for a full year of vehicle access to state parks, recreation areas, and other state-managed outdoor destinations. The fee in 2024 will be $14, $1 more than the current $13. Officials say that if for a year's worth of access to more than 100 Michigan state parks and recreation areas, it's a bargain. Ron Olson is the chief of parks and recreation for the Michigan DNR.
It's a very affordable deal. It's worked out very well. Also, the recreation passport, some people don't know, but other than helping to fund infrastructure and operations of the state park system, it also provides funding to ensure allocations for historic and cultural amenities that we have.
Olson says the moderate fee change is the result of a statutory provision that ensures recreation passport funding keeps pace with inflation. The cost for motorcycles, no change. The non-resident recreation passport fee will also increase slightly from $39 to $40. The monies generated by the recreation passport go into restricted funds that support state park infrastructure and operations, a local grant program for community recreation agencies, state forest campgrounds, non-motorized pathways and trails, cultural, and historic resource restoration and marketing and promotion for the recreation areas. And for comparison, at $14, the new resident recreation passport fee for Michigan is lower than Indiana's, which is at $50, Minnesota's, which is $35, Wisconsin's, which is $28, and just for comparison, New York, $80. So we pay $14. New Yorkers pay $80 for their own recreation passport.
Is that extra couple bucks going to pay for a sticker? Because I always thought it was weird that they're like, yeah, recreational passport. Where is it?
You
It's
get
just
a
like a
sticker.
little, you get like a little P or something like that on your thing, but you don't
That's the
get
sticker
on your regular sticker that says when it's going to expire. I just think I think we should have at least some sort of window
We're
cling or
saving
something.
money and we're saving the environment
right.
by not making
All
an
right.
additional sticker. But
I like your thinking.
And I kind of agree with you. I'd like to see a little tree or
A
something.
little something.
Yeah, give me something.
Because when I go to the park and they're like, you have a recreational passport, I'm like, sure do.
And then drive on
Right.
through. Yeah. Lastly, the city of Buchanan announced it's received a $230,000 grant award from the Michigan DNR Natural Resources Trust Fund for an ADA accessible kayak launch at Riverfront Park along the St. Joe River. The funding comes as the city nears the completion of their Buchanan St. Joe Riverfront Master Planning Project. They're working on that with Abbott Marsh Consultants, and it's funded by the American Electric Power Foundation. Community Development Director Richard Murphy said of the grant award that the city of Buchanan is thrilled to receive the funding to implement the first piece of their vision for an improved and more accessible Buchanan Riverfront Park. He says that we know that reconnecting people with the water delivers more health, quality of life, and economic benefits to our community and our region. And now their charge is to secure the local match portion of the grant. Murphy said the city is going to be seeking support from both local and regional partners.
All right.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Dave Wolf has sports for you here in just a few minutes. Detroit Pistons.
Ha!
How's that streak going?
They continue the streak of losing.
Yeah, not so good. Now the lucky 25 that they have reached.
Yeah, we should talk about that just for fun.
Yeah, only a few more to go. But yeah, we'll chat more in just a little bit. Sports coming up right now. Let's find out what's happening around the nation and the world with ABC News.
ABC News, I'm Derek Dennis. The holiday travel rush is on. Airports across the country busy all day, with rain on the West Coast making for a soggy start.
Can't let it stress you out. It's out of your control. It's LA. Get in the car and then get on the plane, and whatever happens, happens.
That's Dominic Venti at a soaked LAX. Parts of California getting pounded right now from a powerful coastal storm, flooding many areas. In Washington, President Biden announcing new sanctions this morning against Russia over Ukraine. He's signing an executive order to go after financial institutions.
All right. Good morning, everyone, on our live stream. Oh, I'm
Happy
supposed to wear my top hat.
Oh, you have your top hat? Oh, look at
course.
that.
Of course, I have my top hat.
Got his top hat.
I don't think there's a front or a back to this thing.
Wow, that looks very colonial.
How do I make this?
Does that work?
Yeah,
Can you hear
good.
like that?
It's good enough.
Okay.
Good. I'll just put it. I'll just keep it here for right now. Anyways, nobody needs to. I don't need to hear myself when I'm on the live stream. So yeah, there you go. My very Charles Dickens style.
Yeah,
I have to.
that's a really. Would you call that a stovepipe?
Yeah, I
hat?
think that's what they call them,
Okay.
like the Abraham Lincoln type hat. Yeah, that's what pretty much everybody wore back in the day.
Did you ever notice how Abraham Lincoln never had hair right here on his lip? He just had the beard.
Just had the Amish style beard. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
We need more presidents with beards. When was the last president with a beard?
Gosh, when
That was
it Teddy?
probably Teddy had a mustache.
He never had a beard.
I don't think so. Maybe when he was part of the Rough Riders, but I would say
The
that was
last
probably still a
president-
mustache.
The last president, according to the Quora, last president to have facial hair while in office was William Howard Taft,
William Howard Taft.
who was president from 1909 to 1913. His mustache apparently was magnificent.
It was a big. He did have a big mustache.
Yeah.
But beard wise, that would have to be somewhere farther back, like Rutherford B. Hayes kind of.
Benjamin Harrison.
Benjamin Harrison. All right.
Yeah, that was apparently the last president to sport a beard.
All right. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, Teddy had a mustache. I always thought he had a beard.
So in the 20th and 21st century, we have not had a bearded president.
Well, that's because of the advent of TV. Yeah, apparently TV and beards, no.
No?
I don't know.
I think we need bearded presidents.
There's
no bearded candidates.
Only at least 11, according to the high-end barber shop, at least 11 presidents had facial hair. Only 5 had beards.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln, first bearded president.
Yep.
Ulysses Grant, second. Rutherford B. Hayes, third. Jimmy Garfield, also known as James Garfield, fourth, and Benjamin Harris.
I would say Grover Cleveland also, he did not have a beard.
Mustache.
He had a great mustache. Great mustache. And he was president twice.
John Quincy Adams had mutton chops.
Yep.
Yeah,
those were nice.
Yeah. Chester Arthur had mustache and mutton chops.
Yep. And then I think it was John Tyler had a mullet.
I don't know about that.
Or like it was more like a skullet.
He could have.
Skull.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure John Tyler was because I like the presidents. I've watched a lot of presidential history, and I've got a lot of presidential history books. I also have presidents. I've told you about this. My president's Pez dispensers. The Jocelyn, I believe, got me for, I can't remember if it was Christmas or if it was my birthday. But anyways,
that is kind of a skullet.
I have a Richard Nixon. Yeah, very skullet John Tyler. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. Then I think the presidents, I think there's 3 of them. I believe it's it's the era of Jimmy Carter, Gerald Ford, and Richard Nixon.
You have a Richard Nixon Pez?
I have a Richard Nixon Pez.
That's fun.
I'll have to bring it in after the new year. I'll remember to bring it in.
Bring it in for his birthday.
What I want is the whole set, because you can get a whole set of all the presidents
from George Washington forward.
Yep. Now I don't know if they're easy to find.
Yeah, I mean,
she got me
Millard
these like
Fillmore would be tough.
She got me like 5. She got them for me like 5 years ago. So
that's great.
I can't even remember where she got them. So, anyways,
probably from Pez.
Well, I think it was I think there was a store like maybe like a Spencer Gifts or something kind of place like that. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna try and do this.
What do we do? Oh,
my headphones barely hear.
Or you can take the hat off.
No.
Rain showers this afternoon and this evening. We're going to see high temperatures at 42. Cloudy overnight tonight with rain. We stay right around 40. And we start out tomorrow morning with some rain, then just mostly cloudy skies and a high of 47. We'll be in the 50s for Sunday and Monday. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Hey, good morning. You can be part of the show anytime. You can call 925-WSJM. You can email letstalk@WSJM.com. I'm wearing a top hat today. If you're watching on our live stream, you're missing out on big old top hat.
It's a great
what'd you say?
hat.
It's a stove.
I would say it's stovepipe.
Stovepipe hat.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that what they call it? Let's see.
I think so.
I think so. Pipe hat.
Maybe.
Yeah, stovepipe hat.
Sorry, it's a little dusty. It's been in my just because if you have a hat like this, you don't just go out all the time and wear it.
Why not?
I don't know. I can't see many people doing that. We were talking about that the other day or yesterday about Tommy DeVito. He's the football player for the New York Giants quarterback. Yep. His agent wears like I'd call it like it's kind of like a news guy hat,
like
but
a
more
fedora?
like a Rat Packy hat.
Okay.
Like a fedora, yeah. But he looks like he, instead of being an agent for a football player in 2023, looks like he should be on the set of Guys and Dolls.
I mean, but hats, they serve a function.
Yeah.
I mean, all hats, they keep your heat in, your body heat in a little better. Do you know what the specific function of a stovepipe hat is?
No, I do not. What is
There
it?
is none. It's just a fashion statement.
Just a fashion statement. See, this one doesn't do like the ones that I've seen, like Fred Astaire and all those guys wear in some of those older movies. When you went to see Holiday Inn,
right?
Did Holiday Inn have these type of hats? Anybody wearing that?
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I can't
No?
remember if they had hats.
Yeah. Did you fall asleep at this one?
I did not fall asleep. No, I stayed awake because they kept turning the lights on and shouting and stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were singing. I'm not sure. Let's see. I got a couple of pictures
on our Facebook page. Bill says one of the last people Slash from Guns N' Roses wears a hat like this.
I love Slash.
That's true.
Yeah.
His hat's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And then doesn't Alice Cooper wore a hat like this, I think, at one point.
Yeah, when he wasn't flushing the fashion, he did
right.
that.
Yeah. I don't think he wears hat all that much anymore. But anyways, today is our last day of the year, last show of the year, that is, because we're taking the week off next week.
Yes.
So we get to do that. So a very special, could you call it a holiday episode?
This is a holiday episode. Absolutely.
We will do gift exchange later.
Was that today?
Yeah, that's today.
Oh.
Hopefully.
Did I bring anything in?
I don't know. You probably hid it somewhere. Anyways, I've got your gifts.
Oh, really?
So,
you bought me that sounded plural.
Yep. It's a
gift
gift that I could not fit in the bag.
Oh.
So I had a bag and the items that were in the bag couldn't fit the other item that I wanted to put in there. So I had to wrap one and then bag one.
Oh.
Let's talk about this cyber attack. Is this the same cyber attack we were talking about earlier this week?
It is. And more information has come forward about it. So we just wanted to raise it again because this affects so many people. Attorney General Dana Nessel alerting Michigan consumers to the massive data breach affecting customers of Comcast Xfinity. It affected customers nationwide, about 35 million, including people in Michigan. And Nessel wants people to know those whose information may have been compromised. Here are the steps that they want you to take. So changing the password, obviously, you may have to change your security questions as well, because that was part of the breach.
Oh, man.
Isn't that funny, though, that the questions that were supposed to be your super secret, nobody else knows this questions, those were breached.
So the answers and all that stuff.
All that stuff. So you have to change those things again. And then also, you'll likely, like every other cyber breach, get a notice that says you're eligible for free credit monitoring for a year.
Oh, great.
One of those things. So Dana Nessel, Attorney General for Michigan, says she advises all affected customers, change your passwords on your Xfinity account, and then also any other account for which you might use the similar login credentials or security questions.
Makes sense.
So everything's blown up. I mean, you just go in and change everything. I think about that every now and again. Because, I mean, everyone uses similar passwords again and again across multiple accounts because you probably have 50 or 60 accounts. What are you smiling about? What's going on?
Just getting texts in here.
No, okay.
No, from people.
So, yeah, 35 million people, Comcast Xfinity. Look for what to do next when Comcast Xfinity contacts you, because when your information is breached like that, they have a requirement to let you know and offer all the steps that you've got to do.
Am I going to get free internet and cable?
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, they're going to credit my account. That'd be nice. That's sort of the thing about all these breaches that always happen. They're like, well, we're just going to let you know. You need to change all this stuff. But never the next part of the sentence never ends up being, we're going to give you $20 for the inconvenience.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, good idea to update that stuff on a regular basis, because a lot of times we update our passwords, but we don't always update those security questions.
Right.
And it's probably a good idea because most of the time people select, there'll be like 20 questions and usually you select one or two of the same exact one. So just some good tips.
Yeah.
Did you see X went down?
No.
Apparently, just the other day, X went down, actually just yesterday. The whole world apparently, though, didn't implode. Because anytime like Facebook or Instagram goes down, people freak out and they go to X or Twitter and talk about it, or TikTok.
Yeah.
But the worldwide outage lasted for about an hour. And it just displayed ads instead of messages. Everything's back to normal now. I was just looking, even though there's no explanation on why it happened.
Somebody hacking into X. This time of year when everyone's going on vacation, that is a time when the hackers love to pounce.
Oh, yeah.
Because people aren't there. Stuff can happen remotely that normally wouldn't. They take advantage of that, and then they ruin the vacations of people who they hack.
Right.
They have to come into the office and that kind of stuff.
And just another tip, speaking of social media and people going out of town, don't post that you're going out of town.
Yeah.
Like your vacation and all that stuff, because, you know, I've seen Home Alone enough times. You don't want them to know for sure that you're out of town.
Yeah.
So if you're going to post pictures, you're going to go to Florida, you're going to go to, you know, anywhere for vacation, even just a few towns over, you don't want to tell anybody.
No.
So like I said earlier this week, or earlier on the show, I'm not going out of town. I'm still going to be home, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But I'm watching. I got my house monitored. I got neighborhood watch. I think I got the leader of the neighborhood watch at the corner of my house.
Your neighbor doesn't your neighbor have 50 cameras outside, and some of them are pointing
Different
near your
neighbor.
house? Oh,
Different
okay.
neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, I walk the dog all the time, and I don't know who the person is.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to knock on their door because they obviously don't want visitors. But yeah, there's a neighbor in my neighborhood that has, I would say 10, just from what I can see, I would say 10 cameras.
Oh my gosh.
Like
that's a lot.
Every corner pointed in opposite directions.
What's going on there?
I don't know. So it seems a little suspicious to me.
Not that we're talking or pointing fingers.
But I like to I don't know about you, but I like to not really communicate too much with my neighbors. Like I keep to myself. If
You're
they
a
say
perfect neighbor.
If they say hello, I say hello. If they ask a question or they want to have conversation, I'll certainly do that. But beyond that, I don't meddle in other people's lives.
You're kind of a good fences make good neighbors.
Right.
Okay.
Like honestly, the guy across the street, the leaf blower guy, don't even know his name. So should I introduce myself?
Only if you're telling him to turn off the leaf blower.
I want to give him some tips. Hey man, the leaf blower works better if you keep the button on the entire time.
Oh, because he's the one that goes.
He's the intermittent leaf blower guy. It's annoying. I don't understand it. But anyways, we still got a lot of other things to get to. What time do you want to do the gift exchange?
I don't know. What time do you want to do it? Should we do it at 7:40?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll do it in just a little bit, but we still got a lot to get to this morning. Catch you up on news, sports, and your Bloomberg Market Minute all next.
I'm Jason Hiska, CEO of Sturgis Bank and Trust.
And I'm Matt Shesky, President and Chief Operating Officer. Christmas has always been my family. Waking up early, parents would play some music, we'd get out of bed and we'd go open presents underneath the tree, and fantastic memories. And today with my kids and my wife, there's no better time than right now. At the bank feels like family as well. And it's a beautiful season, and I've always loved Christmas.
All right. Say goodbye to the hat.
Oh, bye,
At
hat.
least for now. I'm going to take it just for a little bit. When we do the gifts, though, I'll put it back.
It'll come
on.
back.
All right. I'm messing up my hair, my new hair.
Does your barber sell you product?
You know, he does not. And I
okay.
don't know why, because it's one of those built-in audience.
Yeah, you got to do that. Why don't you do that?
Captive audience where he could just easily do that. The barber I used to go to does that. He has like a whole little case of all kinds of different stuff, which I think is smart. You know, if you get a fresh haircut, you of course need a comb.
Yep.
If you need to do that type of styling, you of course need some sort of pomade or this, that, or the other, and even aftershave. You know, if they give you a nice shave and a haircut, then you should be able to get some of those things. Just makes sense.
Yeah. Remember Pat Riley, Lakers coach?
Love Pat Riley. It's a great coach.
His hair, that's what I want. I want every barber to be able to sell me what I need to make my hair like his.
Because he's the
his was slicked back, straight back, and it always looked good.
And I will say,
and then when he got mad, he's like furrowed it.
Even
forward.
as he got older, it just kept looking good.
Yeah.
So I don't know what his secret is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good genetics or something, or really good wax or whatever he's putting in there.
I think the product is part of it, but I think he had hair like yours, which was fine and thin, and it can easily. I've got the thick hair, and it just kind of like does whatever the heck it wants.
Yeah, I've always had thin hair ever since I was a kid. It's just like, what am I doing with this thing? I'm gonna shave it. I told Jocelyn I was to shave my head, but I think I gotta, because there's only certain people that can shave their head.
No, anyone can shave their head.
Now, I mean,
You can do
anybody
it.
can practically
I think you
shave their
should.
head.
I think
but
over the holiday you should.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely
before
not.
you go on vacation.
Nope.
Yeah, keep the
Nope.
beard, shave the hair.
No, I can't do that. I got a weird shaped head, man.
Be proud.
I'm proud of my head. But yeah, I my head. Oh, Brett says hair is overrated. Because I'm losing my hair, and I've been losing hair for a long time, and I've had a hairline similar to this even as I was younger. But my dad never went fully bald. My grandfather went bald, but that was when he was like in his 60s and 70s. So
okay.
I think I've got some time. My oldest brother has a great head of hair. Then I have another brother that's bald. Bald by choice at first because he was in the Air Force, and then you just started to see anytime it started to grow, more and more spots just started showing up. I used to say that he had an island that was moving away from the mainland.
Oh, yeah.
He had this little spot right up here, and then it was just like, hey man, that one's a little farther away from the mainland there. You got a little canal going on. So,
yeah, he was
anyways.
hoping for Pangea, and it was like no continental separation. It just kept going.
But he just shaves it, and then another one. He's bald. So I know it's coming. So I'm just gonna hold on to whatever hairs I have.
You can do that, or I like your brother when he was in the military, shaved his head. My grandfather did the same thing when he was in the military. Had to do the high or tight or whatever they call it, and never let it grow again. He always shaved it off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Other tip.
And he was a CPA, so he knew that was the best money right there.
Oh yeah.
Zip, 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 done.
Yeah. Saves you a lot of money by doing that because you go to the barber, you spend $20-$30 maybe.
Yeah.
Go to a salon, you pay maybe even more. So, yeah. And then
you paying $30 for a haircut?
No, it was I think mine was
$12.
15.
How much did you tip?
Like that. I tipped more this time because it was Christmas. So I won't divulge all of my expenses. It's my mother's. My mother's listening. Oh, I tip. Oh, I definitely tip.
All right.
I tipped more this time because the holidays.
It's Christmas. Yeah. Nice.
No, I always. I mean, even when I get Plinko's nails trimmed, I tip.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's like, oh, well, it's only $7. Okay, well, here's a couple bucks. Here's a couple extra bucks because even though this only took a couple minutes, you deserve a little more. All right, let's get back to the show.
Morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
See, if you're not on our live stream, you are missing out on a lot. Life lessons, tips, all kinds of different things are on the live stream. So feel free to join us. And you can see, you could see a moment ago my top hat.
Yes.
But for some reason, I don't know if it's like a security blanket. I have to, for some reason, need to hear what's going on the radio.
Well, it's a good thing.
It is a good thing to monitor some of that stuff, but we're just having a conversation now. There's nothing playing on the radio beyond our voices, so I really don't need to hear it.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got a lot to get to this morning. Gift exchange coming up.
Oh, yeah.
In just a little bit. My gift from you is somewhere in this building.
Yes, it is.
But not in this room. Or maybe it is.
I don't know.
There are cabinets.
Should we play a
and
game
drawers.
with it? We could play a game with it.
Nah.
Okay.
Unless it's an easy game.
Hot, cold kind of thing. Start at the front door.
Start at the front door. No, we only got a 3-hour show, man. I can't do that.
Start downstairs by the
right
in the engineering.
All right. Well, let's find out what's happening in the news this morning.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Good morning. Some of the local stories we're following for you today. The Berrien County Sheriff's Office publicly recognizing several deputies this week for saving a life at the jail just after midnight last October 6th. In the female receiving area of the Berrien County Jail, deputies noticed a woman slumped over and unresponsive. Jail Administrator Captain Selena Hebert tells us the deputies took action, and that quick action that they took resulted in the saving of a life. Those receiving recognition yesterday at the Berrien County Commission: Lieutenant Brandon Dipert, Deputy Kendra Warman, Deputy Ashton Howard, and Deputy Alyssa Carl. Hebert says when people are admitted to the jail, they typically undergo a full body search to ensure they don't have anything on themselves that could harm them or others. Sometimes, though, they hide stuff pretty well, even in your body. Hebert says that issue will be resolved soon, as the new full body scanner has been delivered to the jail. It's in the crate. It's waiting to be installed. They'll have that installed soon. Berrien County has a new tool for property owners. It's free, and it helps you keep track of your property. This is a notification service that alerts you anytime a document is recorded or changed with the Berrien County Register of Deeds office containing your search criteria, which would typically be your property address. At this week's Berrien County Commission meeting, Registrar Laura Freeling explained that, for instance, if you discharge a mortgage, if an easement is recorded, or if there's a notice of commencement on anything having to do with your deed or title, you can set it up so that you can receive an alert. Yeah. So that's simple.
That's cool.
You can access that property alert tool. It's called the Property Alert. Just visit the Berrien County Register of Deeds webpage, click on Property Alert, and follow the prompts to set up your monitoring account.
Sounds like a good idea.
Also, another reminder: how to keep those pets safe this holiday season means more than just vaccination, more than just keeping them away from food scraps and poinsettias. Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development reminds you there are a number of illnesses out there that you can prevent through some smart action. If your pet's sick and you're planning on traveling, leave your pet home. If other pets are coming in from family members or whatever, just have a conversation. Say, hey, is your pet feeling okay? Got them vaccinated? Let's not share anything we don't want to share. And by all means, if you have any questions about this, contact your veterinarian, and keep your pets safe this weekend. Or this week.
Absolutely.
Holiday season. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Dave Wolf has sports in just a little bit. Also, we'll catch you up with what's happening around the state with the Michigan News Network.
The Michigan News Network.
News reports former President Donald Trump was recorded pressuring Wayne County canvassers not to certify the vote in 2020. The recordings reportedly show that Mr. Trump told the two Republican canvassers, Monica Palmer and William Hartman, that they'd look terrible if they signed documents after they first voted to oppose and then later voted to approve certification of the county's election results. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel filed felony embezzlement charges against two key staffers of former State House Speaker Lee Chat.
All right. How's everybody doing on our live stream?
Do that again.
Coming to you live. There was always a voice guy on, you hear the big voice guys on the radio stations.
The imaging folks.
Yeah, they call them imaging voices. So the people you hear between songs and different things. There was a guy on one of the stations that I worked on, and for some reason he always, I don't know what was going on with him, but he would always add a little bit to the end.
What do you mean?
He would add like a at the end of a word. So he'd be like, it's the morning show with Jonny and Ken. Or this is weather. Like he'd add a "n" to things like an R, or that has an R or B or something like that.
Was that his own way of adding a fade out so that it didn't sound like an abrupt?
I don't know, because he'd be like,
that.
The best country music. What? What is going on here?
We had our summer intern, and I helped train her a little bit out of this. Was adding a lot of those things after words. Did you remember when Alyssa first started?
Yeah.
At the Berrien County Commission.
Well, that's fine. A little bit of uhs and ahs is okay.
But it wasn't it was like at the end of the word, it was part of the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, and she said, I didn't even notice I was doing that. And that's
and
why
that's
we
the
do
thing.
air checks.
A lot of people don't realize their little isms or crutches or little things. I mean, I know I have them, and when people point them out. Yeah. Do I do that a lot?
I don't know.
No. No. I point them out, and I don't care if other people point them out. It's one of those things. It's like, all right, cool. I will take that under advisement. That's what I've done now over the years. Because like that's how I talk. That's how I talk in regular conversation.
There you go.
If I have a stutter, stammer, anything like that, nobody's perfect.
That's right.
I
I found another UFO story. I'm very happy about this. It's
Oh
like
my
somebody brought
gosh.
Christmas early. This one has to do with Air Force One.
Oh,
Yeah.
Air Force One?
Yeah, it's a big one.
And it like spotted a UFO on Air Force while they were flying Air Force One, like a flyby?
Do you want the story now?
I got time. Do you want to save it for later?
I can give you the headline. UFO caught on camera.
Ooh.
Hovering over Air Force One at LAX during Joe Biden's fundraising trip to Los Angeles. And I'm looking at it
And
here.
it wasn't just like somebody flying a drone to get a good look at the top of the Air
Could have
Force
been.
One or something.
It was. I mean, it was a UFO.
Yeah. So that's what they call anything that's unidentified, though.
Yeah.
So
What do they call? What's the? Let's see.
UAV
New
thing?
term for UFO. UAP.
UAP. What's the P? Unidentified. So what is it? Unidentified. What is the acronym?
Probably a phenomena. Let's look. Zoop, 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 zoop.
We talked about it a while back when a lot of the things were going on in the government, when they had the big Congress press conferences and all that other stuff.
UAP. Unidentified anomalous phenomena.
Anomalous phenomenon. Say that 5 times fast.
Why
Anomalous
did they
phenomenon.
even need to change that?
Phenomenon.
Maybe because some of the UFOs aren't flying.
True. Yeah, it's not maybe flying. It could be anything. Could be something being launched.
And that
it could be in the air.
It used to be unidentified aerial phenomena, and then they changed it in December of 2022 when the Pentagon said, hey, we don't have enough to do. Let's change that to anomalous. Anomalous.
Oh.
What you doing there?
Checking out comments. All right. Bill says, my neighbor and I walk each other's dog.
Aw, that's super nice. That's neighborly and community right
I
there.
don't trust anybody walking my dog. Really, honestly, even like Jocelyn doesn't even like walking the dog because she's like, he doesn't do what he does with you. Like he follows the rules most of the time when I'm walking with him. But nowadays, since he's so old, a walk literally is like, you got to block out about 30 minutes and you're not going to go very far.
Yeah.
You're probably going to go from the driveway to the stop sign. And that's not very far. That's like 100, maybe 100 yards, maybe a couple 100 feet. Let's look at, oh man, there's a lot of comments here. I'm going to scroll back. Teresa says, what are we going to do without our favorite radio guys? Well, we'll be gone, but you can enjoy it's
just
gonna
for
be
a week. I mean, you're going to be enjoying the holidays.
Yeah, you're going to be doing the holidays.
Maybe you won't.
So I'll give you the rundown.
Just go back and listen to our feed. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll give you the rundown of how programming is going to go here on the station because that's what I'm in charge of is doing all that stuff. So I've been in the thick of it the past few days. So Monday is going to be Christmas, of course, and we have this really cool program called A Prairie Christmas that the host of that show, hang on, give me 2 seconds. The host of that show is Jeff Gould. Guy does a really amazing show, really gets you excited for the holidays. A little bit of music, a lot of stories, a lot of fun stuff. So if you've always wanted Christmas music or of some kind right here on WSJM, you'll get it on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Okay.
So that covers as far as our show, but that Prairie Christmas is going to happen for a long period of time, actually from 6 p.m. to midnight, or pretty much 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve to 6 p.m. on Christmas Day. So 24 hours. Good stuff.
Nice.
Then on Tuesday, hang on, I forgot what I was doing on Tuesday. I planned this all out and then I put it in an email in a message, and I just want to double check. So we're going to do a little bit of best of, a little bit of also there's some special programming from our friends at ABC and CBS. So we'll have that as well. On the 27th, we will have a little bit of best of. On the 28th, we'll have some more special programming from ABC and mixed in with a little bit of best of. And just a hodgepodge of different stuff to get you excited for the new year as we get ready for a very exciting 2024.
And that Tuesday after New Year's Day is when we'll be back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll be back the 2nd.
After I've been touring my gift that Johnny has purchased me, which I'm sure is...
That's when I'll find it?
Is probably... No. The gift that you get me.
Oh, right.
I think it's... I think you bought me... I'm going to take a wild guess here. Kanye West's unfinished Malibu beach house. It's on the market right now. Or maybe it's off. I don't know. Maybe you bought it for $53 million.
You're exactly right, but it is not the actual house. It is not Kanye's either. It is actually the Barbie Malibu beach house.
Oh, the Barbie Malibu beach.
So,
well,
yeah.
Ken likes to live there.
Yeah, Ken likes to live in Barbie's house. So I thought it made sense.
Yeah.
Because you're just Ken.
Kanye West purchased a Malibu beach house back in 2021, began gutting it for renovation, but now he's going to sell it. Probably because he ran out of money. $53 million it's on the market for.
How are you going to sell that?
I don't know. I mean, someone will buy it. Probably not for $53 million.
I think Michael Jordan had a house. I don't know if he still owns it, but he had a house on the market in the Chicago area, of course, when he was a player. But the asking price, because it was a big house, it was like a compound.
Yeah.
The asking price was way out there. And they were like, that he's never going to be able to sell it. And
was that the $14.8 million house? And it had 9 bedrooms.
Yep.
19 bathrooms.
Yep. I think that's the one.
And 32,683 square feet.
Yep.
So the typical house is what? 2,000 square feet?
2, maybe 3 if you're going big.
32,683 square feet. And there's at least one basketball court in there.
Oh, yeah. That probably takes up a good amount of, and a gym.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Back to the show.
Cloudy skies with scattered rain showers this morning, steady rain showers this afternoon and this evening. We're going to see high temperatures at 42. Cloudy overnight tonight with rain. We stay right around 40. And we start out tomorrow morning with some rain, then just mostly cloudy skies and a high of 47. We'll be in the 50s for Sunday and Monday. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Just going through the comments on our live stream is a fun experience. If you have a chance to do that, and if you have a chance to check out our live stream, we'd love for you to do that, because that's where you get exclusive content. You also get to see our beautiful faces. These nice, handsome fellas. It costs money. Costs money to look this good.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but anyways, you can see the live stream, and you can see us wearing our festive flannels.
Yep.
Because it's the festive flannel Friday.
This is the second flannel I put on. I did put on my blue flannel initially. My blue flannel. Nice. I thought about putting on the green flannel. I ended up on the red flannel with the little yellow things. The last time I wore this, I think we were at Rogers.
Because we could have brought the red and the green combination and been like a
had we been better
Hallmark
planners.
movie.
Yes.
Yeah, because we didn't even plan it yesterday, but apparently everybody was on grayscale yesterday.
It was a weird day.
Yeah, everybody between you, me,
Dave.
and Dave, the boss, he had gray on.
Yeah.
I was like, did we just all
coordinate?
Is it Gray Thursday? Probably because the skies were not
Maybe
really.
That's what's
the
in
sun's
fashion.
not out.
Maybe we're setting the fashion trend right now. That's why we were all in grayscale.
Maybe we were in mourning for the Detroit Pistons and how they've been playing, because the Detroit Pistons have been absolutely awful. And it's sad, as a fan of sports.
Sports ball.
I never like seeing somebody lose. at all.
Well, somebody's got to lose every time.
Yeah, but I don't like seeing people lose for a long period of time, and that is not good.
But they're going to win a place in history if they keep going the way they're going.
Right.
They are currently the fourth worst team ever. No. If you look at the list of teams that have had the longest losing streaks, they are currently in the fourth position, and they are about to jump over the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Philadelphia 76ers, who are tied for second place for longest losing streaks, and challenge the Philadelphia 76ers of 2014, 2015, 2016. They lost 28 games in a row over 2 seasons.
Didn't you say Cleveland's up in the top 5 twice? Or like somewhere in the top 10 twice?
Cleveland is up there twice. Philadelphia is up there at least twice. Let's see. Vancouver is up there. Denver, the Charlotte Bobcats. But yeah, right now, Detroit Pistons have lost 25 in a row. Their overall record for the season is 2-26. If they lose 3 more games, they'll be tied for the worst losing streak ever. Or is that the best losing streak? Is it the best? Let's just say longest losing streak.
Longest. You don't want that. And do you even think they remember how to win? Because when
what
you
it feels like,
what it feels like to win. Could you imagine what the locker room and the stadium, if it's home or away, what the stadium's going to be like when they finally break that streak and get that victory? It's going to be like a world championship. They're going to think they're on the top of the world just because getting that win, man. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if you were a meteorologist and you got the forecast wrong 25 forecasts in a row, do you think you'd have a job? I mean, even at that.
Right. And you look at, too, baseball, too, when people are on like a really bad no-hit streak where they're not, slump.
That I feel bad for. That I feel real bad for because the pressure just mounts and it's in your head.
Yeah. We got somebody at the door. I want to bring this guy in. Bring him in. Yeah. Yeah, the show's going. I want to bring this guy in. Yeah.
We should put him on microphone today.
Yeah. Bob, what's up, man?
Hey, come on over here.
Yeah, go sit over there. We don't have the camera set up by you, but
we got Bob Buchholz.
Go take a seat over there, man.
For a long time, he's been the in charge of our business development team.
Yeah, we want to bring this guy on the show.
You're familiar with sports, right?
We were just talking about the Pistons losing streak.
Terrible.
Oh my gosh, we were talking.
I can't watch them. I can't.
Yeah.
What's going on with them? Why are they so bad?
They're a hodgepodge. I mean, the present ownership they haven't had any success under Tom Gores at all. So it's just not good. I don't even know who. I haven't followed them the last several years because they've been so bad. It's hard.
And they've had like Cade Cunningham and some of these other people that they've drafted.
They're a collection of pieces. They're not a team.
Right. Yeah.
What'd you bring in here?
Got some sweets. Brought some donuts.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those for us?
For everybody.
Oh.
You have to share, Ken.
Oh.
All right.
but I see them here.
Yeah.
Because I walked in here with them. That's why they're here.
Well, Bob, we appreciate the donuts. We also appreciate the many years of service that you've had here at the radio stations. You've done an awesome job, and it's been awesome to see you. I know when I started doing mornings here, I always got the quick hello from you when you would come in to the office and prep for your day, and I always appreciated those, and I looked forward to having those every single day right around 7:00.
Yeah, so you're taking a step back from here anyway.
Yep, I'm retiring. This is the last day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how long you been at it?
Almost 33 years here. Yeah.
Wow.
No kidding. What did you do on day one?
Walked in and said, let's start to dive into some training and figure this medium out and how to help advertisers make their advertising dollar stretch further and all that. And we've been running ever since.
Wow. 33 years.
Almost. Yeah.
Well, it's been
got a great voice for radio, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm sure a lot of times when you were doing sales calls over the years, people probably, when you walked in, they thought you were an on-air guy because you got those pipes, man.
I got that before I was here.
Right.
I can't take credit for it. It
there
was
you go. Yeah,
given to me at birth, I guess. But it's ironic because I've not spent a lot of time between our roles here. I do a little bit of the commercial voice work, but not a lot.
Yeah.
But you guys have the the
whatever
showbiz job.
No.
It takes a certain skill to do what you guys do.
In the Brownfield
There's
Ag
no
Report
skill, man.
that
What are
you
you
do
talking
every
about?
morning, you do the biochar commercial.
American Biochar, yeah.
And for the longest time, I listened to that. And I thought, gosh, who was that guy with those great pipes?
Yeah.
It's Bob Buchholz.
Well, Bob, we appreciate you, man.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. I just wanted to come by and share a few donuts. I picked some up from Rogers this morning and just wanted to spread a little cheer. Merry Christmas to all the listeners. Happy New Year. Be safe. Be well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What are you going to do now in retirement? Besides watch the the games,
I might.
He's going to work here. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
You're going to sleep a little more.
I told Bob years ago,
Yeah.
Especially when I took over doing stuff here on WSJM, I told him I'm hiring him as soon as he retires. I'm hiring him as part-time.
I was going to be a board op for all the Tiger games, so that way I wouldn't miss any of the games. But now we don't need a board op for the Tiger games, so I guess I'm out of a job there.
We'll get you. We'll get you some
sports stuff.
I'll make up a title for you.
All right, we'll make one up.
All right.
Hey, thanks a lot, everybody.
You'll be my sports watchdog. That's what you'll be. We'll have that. All right. Well, coming up here in just a little bit, we'll have your Moody on the Market update. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-552-6750. That's 800-552-6750. 800-552-6750.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation. Commission licensed under DC 32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit scores. Non-payment of debt may be creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
Talking to Ryan and Jamie from Full Circle Cafe in Stevensville. How'd you get your name?
We grew up in Stevensville and the surrounding areas, and when it was time to go explore other opportunities, we did that. But this has always been home and continues to be our home, and it's truly a full circle moment to have this restaurant and this opportunity.
Well, tell us a little bit about your food.
Our dishes are seasonally inspired. We try to have things that are going to warm you up, warm the soul, and we also like to use as much local produce as we can in our dishes.
Full Circle Cafe and Espresso Bar at the corner of West John Beers Road and St. Joseph Avenue in downtown Stevensville.
Hey there, it's Johnny from the morning show. And today I'm bursting in excitement to talk to you about my friends at Hanson Beverage. From great tasting water to delicious coffee, they got you covered. Let's start with the basics. Water. We all know it's essential. We need the water. I love water. I'm a water connoisseur, actually. And Hanson Beverage takes it to the next level with a reverse osmosis system, ensuring that you get the purest sip every time. So whether you're hitting the gym or just on your daily dose, getting your daily dose of H2O, Hanson Beverage has got you covered. And if the boss is listening, now is the perfect time to upgrade your office with a Pure Fact water cooler and a Keurig coffee maker. We have one in our office. We love it. If you want to increase productivity in your office in 2024, this is a great way to do that. And for the coffee lovers, Hanson Beverage is a Keurig authorized dealer so that they can set you up with your coffee maker, and their top-notch customer service can ensure that you get a great variety of K-Cups that your employees, your clients, your guests, all going to love. I bet you're already imagining that aroma of fresh brewed coffee. So why settle for mediocre hydration when you can have excellence? Get a hold of my friends at Hanson Beverage today. Stop by their office on Maiden Lane in St. Joe and visit hansonbeverage.com.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
When you want to know Southwest Michigan's business, you can find it at moodyonthemarket.com and the Moody on the Market app. Our team of contributors always on it, giving you all the info you need to know about Southwest Michigan's business, Southwest Michigan and why we love it here, as well as interesting people you should know, including me. I'm going to have my end of year wall-to-wall feature that is going to be on every single page of moodyonthemarket.com.
Not true.
No, totally kidding. It's coming, though. You just wait. You just wait. Mike, where's my column? You know, Moody's got a column. You write stuff. I need a column. So you need some pinch hitters.
Yeah, we got rid of the comic strips.
Oh, man. I want to be like that guy that was the end of what was it, like 2020 or whatever, and he would just do the I can't remember the guy's name, but he would just do his little quips and things. I think it was after one of the news reports. Anyways, I'll figure it out.
Who?
It's that guy, that old guy.
Paul Harvey?
No, it wasn't Paul Harvey.
Good day.
It was another guy. I'll
And
figure
now
it out.
you know the rest of the story.
More to come on once I figure out who that person is. But anyways, Moody on the Market update brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
Business update. The printing company Walsworth has purchased the real estate that houses its St. Joseph operation located on Maiden Lane in St. Joseph Township. Walsworth acquired IPC Print Services, also known as Imperial Printing, back in 2010, taking over the building's lease in the process and has been utilizing the plant's printing capabilities since then. Now it's taken full ownership of the real estate. They say that purchasing this building tells their employees and the St. Joe community that they are here to stay. That's according to Phil Archer, general manager of Walsworth St. Joe. It's another step in showing our commitment to this location.
Yeah, and Lucas Vandermolen, the manufacturing support manager at Walsworth and St. Joseph, says St. Joseph feels that the purchase is a big step to the future for the plant. The investment to own our facility is a huge commitment by the Walsworth family to our employees, the customers, and community. This purchase shows how much Walsworth values our plant and our people. This will help with our mission to create opportunities for our team, customers, and communities through print.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, Walsworth is a family-owned company. They have their headquarters in Marceline, Missouri, and it's said to be the third largest printer of both books and magazines in the entire United States.
Wow.
Yeah, they have their printing plants in Missouri, Wisconsin, and right here in St. Joseph, Michigan.
All right.
Yeah, it's good stuff. That you can read that full article. There's more detail in there at moodyonthemarket.com.
Your update brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles. News, sports, and a whole lot more coming up next. Do you want to do gift exchange on the air?
Yeah.
Or on just the live stream?
Either or. Maybe you want to do
you got it right now? You got the gift right now?
Well, I'm still struggling on if we're gamifying it. Am I sending you on a search? Okay,
it's only a 3-hour show.
All right.
I'll give you a couple minutes. We'll do it right after 8 o'clock. So we'll stay on the live stream. We'll stay right here. But we got news, sports, and all that coming up next.
Here's Rich Brandt and Derek Halsey from Insurance Management Service, your local auto owners agency in St. Joseph and Niles.
In a world where everything is chaotic and changing, we are at least consistent here in the community.
So no gift hunt.
No gift
No
hunt.
scavenger hunt?
Because yours are right behind me.
All right, fine. Go over here.
Is it what I always wanted? Is it a Power Ranger?
All the way over here.
Oh, you're hiding. You really did hide it. Oh, you really did hide it. Look at that. Very nice. All right. Well, we'll get to that here shortly.
Look how nicely that's wrapped.
Oh man, look at that. Dang. Look, you got a 2-gifter as well. You got a double decker.
Yeah, that's why when you said that yesterday, it's like, ha 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 ha.
There you go.
We got
Look
that too.
That.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Feel that paper.
Oh, that's thick boy right there.
Yeah.
That's one I would reuse.
That's the antique stuff.
I would reuse that paper for sure.
Yeah.
When I got different paper, and when I was trying to wrap it, or even when I was trying to cut it, when you cut the wrapping paper and you just get that right track where it just goes,
yeah,
and that feeling of
accomplishment.
Yeah, and it feels good.
Yeah.
I did not have that feeling of accomplishment. I'm going, and I'm like, I'm right on line, right on track, and it goes that extra rip.
Yeah.
The perpendicular rip. Yeah. Anyways. All right. We will do gift exchange here in just a moment. Do you want to do a catch up on our live stream questions?
Yeah. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all our people.
Norman says he wore gray yesterday as well.
Hello, Norman.
Look at that.
That's great.
Oh, funny comment here. I don't know if she intended to be funny, but Teresa says, it blows my mind it's going to be 2025. Teresa, 2024.
Slow down. Take a year back.
Yeah.
Take a year
Unless
back.
you're traveling through time, man. We are not quite there yet.
No, that's
But
great.
it is crazy to think that 2025, because especially when or 2024 and 2025, just that we're at the quarter point, getting so close to the quarter point of the century.
That's right.
When I see like kids, and I'm sure you're dealing with this with your kids, when you see the varsity jacket and you see the year on it.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, how is that possible? Yeah. When I remember seeing, even when I was 2006. And so when I saw anybody that was in the teens, when it had a varsity jacket that was like, oh yeah, I'm class 2012. I was like, no way. That's way far away. And it's already passed.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show.
FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph. Depend on us. The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Man, we've been having a lot of fun. It's Friday. It's December 22nd, but it's basically December 31st for us because today's the last day of the show for 2023.
Yeah, before we go on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Looking at the weather, little bit rainy, 50-50 shot for some rain, high 42 today. Later tonight, cloudy, and a chance for some rain, low down to 40. Before we get to news, we got to get to some gift exchange.
Oh, are we doing that?
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
All right. I should feel like I should have found some holiday music or something, but I'm not prepared. All right. Oh man, that's hefty. All right.
But you have to open the big one first.
Big one first? Okay.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
I'll
Yep.
give
Yep.
you yours.
Oh.
Give you yours.
Oh. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
You went all out.
I have to open big one first.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll take little one.
And I credit Stephanie for helping with all the wrapping.
Okay.
She did a great job.
That's some nice paper,
Some
man.
of the packaging. Isn't that? Yeah, that's nice paper.
Classic.
You can take your time and reuse that if you want to.
Okay, I will
It's that thick antique paper, which I think is a thing. I don't know if they make it like that anymore. If somebody just found an old
I don't know.
Wrapping factory, abandoned gift wrapping factory.
When you're looking at gift wrapping, do
The
you
extra
go
stock.
off a gift wrap that is you go for the heft and the strength, or can you not really tell when you're looking at it? Because I like to find paper that I think is either thick, or what I really appreciate are the wrapping papers that are two different patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Those are great.
One on one side, one on the other.
Where it's like
That is
it'll
nice.
be
I
red
like
and
that.
white,
I like the
candy
economy
cane,
of
and
that.
then it'll be on the other side. It'll be reindeer. Or
I
Christmas
look for
trees.
that because if that didn't exist, I would stay with my standard, which is wrapping it in newspaper.
I actually, I don't like newspaper. I actually one year just did black paper. I just had a nice black craft type paper. Sorry, I'm taking forever with this because I'm trying to be.
You're one of those. Taking forever with the paper.
Oh, very nice. Oh,
Okay.
look.
Okay,
Oh,
but
yeah.
what is it?
Is
But
it
what
a,
is
is
it?
it a Snuggie?
No, but what is it?
Oh.
What does it say?
It's an emergency survival blanket.
Yay!
Aw, Plinko and Russell approved.
Yeah, because
Very
we've been
nice.
talking for a long time about the stuff you need to have in your car, and you refuse to put a rescue survival blanket in your car.
I've got a survival comforter. I've got a whole bedroom set.
Well,
in
then
my-
this can also be repurposed for picnics.
Okay. No, nice.
It's 80% rescue, 20% picnics.
This will definitely go right in my car and be used as we travel just about an hour north.
There you go.
And then you need to open yours because
Okay, which one should I open here?
your choice.
All right.
They are not together.
Okay, I'll go with this one first. Got the red one.
People that are watching our live stream, you are seeing the gift exchange. People listening on the radio.
Wow.
You are hearing.
Did you do the wrapping job on this?
I did the wrap job. Yeah,
You're a good rapper.
I'm a decent rapper. You know, I used to work in shipping. I used to work for a paper company, French Paper down in Niles. I used to work for them back a few years back, and I learned how to wrap paper.
Really?
Yeah, we'd get big stacks of 25 by 54 paper, and we would have to wrap them up.
Ooh, look at this. Vegetarian market, vegetarian, easy organic recipes for every occasion.
There you
Very
go.
nice.
Because I know
Thank
during
you.
the summertime, you spend a lot of time going to the farmers markets.
I
and
do.
You like the veg.
Thank you very much.
So there you go.
Thank you.
All
This
right.
is really nice. I love that.
And real quick, I'll do this one.
Okay, do that one. We're doing the gift exchange.
Gift exchange.
You even gave me a bookmark. Thank you.
I did. Those from Flourish Books and Plants. Ah, the little kinders.
See, look at that.
Oh, very nice. I am looking forward to finding out what my choking hazard will be. Very nice.
All right, and I'll do this one real quick.
All right. We'll get to news here shortly, so stand by, people.
Ooh, more food stuff.
More food stuff.
Oh, this is great. What is this one? Chef Fritz Primal Herb Seasoning.
Yeah.
Very
That guy
nice.
used to do according
this is good
and then
stuff.
Sticky Spoons from the folks in down in Niles.
Sticky Spoons Jam. I've heard really good things about this.
The spice guy, when I was talking with the folks at Cotton Gin Smokers Barbecue Supply, I asked him, I said, okay, so my co-host, he loves fish, he loves veggies. What's going to be something that's good for both? And that guy that made that spice apparently used to work at the Pentagon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I thought that was another little tie-in since you used in DC.
Yeah.
So
let
there
me
you
smell
go.
This real quick.
Oh yeah.
Can't smell it through the
Can't
seal.
smell it. You'll have to open it up later. But first,
Oh, thank you.
we still got a lot of show left to do. Let's find out what's happening in the news this morning. WSJM News brought to you by our friends at City Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, the crew in blue, keeping you in your comfort zone since 1902.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Very nice gifts.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas. Thank you. In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. The Berrien County Sheriff's Office publicly recognizing several of their deputies this week for saving a life at the jail. Just after midnight last October 6th, in the female area of the Berrien County Jail, deputies noticed a woman slumped over and unresponsive. Jail Administrator Captain Selena Herbert tells us that the deputies took quick action, and that essentially resulted in saving a life.
Deputy Warman, I believe, is the one that found our inmate unresponsive in the cell. She called for help. Everybody responded, did what they should do, called for medical. We did CPR, several rounds of CPR, administered 3 rounds of Narcan, and here we are able to save the inmate's life and hand out these awards.
Those receiving recognition: Lieutenant Brandon Diepert, Deputy Kendra Warman, Deputy Ashton Howard, and Deputy Alyssa Carl. Hebert says that when people are admitted to the jail, they undergo a full search to ensure they don't bring anything in that could harm themselves or others, but sometimes they hide items very well. So Hebert says that issue will be resolved as soon as the new full body scanner is installed. It actually arrived this week, and they're getting ready to install it as we speak.
All right.
Berrien County has a new tool for property owners to keep track of their property. It's a free notification service that alerts subscribers each time a document is recorded in the Berrien County Register of Deeds office containing your search criteria. At this week's Berrien County Commission meeting, Registrar Laura Freeling explained that, for instance, if you discharge a mortgage, if an easement is recorded on your property, if there's a notice of commencement, you can set it up to receive an alert.
I highly recommend and encourage you all to sign up for it. All property owners within Berrien County to sign up for it. It's a good feature. You'll get notifications if something is recorded in our office.
Commissioner Terry Freeling added that it's also a good way to combat potential fraud.
It notifies them if there is a transaction that they're unaware of, because they do know that there is a rise in fraudulent sort of transition of titles and things like that, and having a claim. And sometimes the wheel moves so slowly that you're not notified as the property owner until a month, 2 months later.
Registrar Freeling said while Property Alert cannot prevent fraud from happening, it does provide an early warning system allowing the property owner to take appropriate action should they believe fraudulent activity has occurred. Now, to access the Property Alert tool, just visit the Berrien County Register of Deeds webpage, click on Property Alert, and follow the prompts to set up your monitoring account. Keeping your pets safe this holiday season means more than keeping them away from food scraps and poinsettias. The Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, MDARD, is reminding owners there are a number of illnesses that you can prevent through vaccination. MDARD spokesperson Jennifer Holton says if you're traveling and your pet is sick, here's an idea: leave him home.
Making sure, again, you're keeping your pet home and away from other animals if they're exhibiting any signs of illness. As always, contact and work with your veterinarian for what you should do if they're showing any signs of sickness.
Holton says avoid feeding pets food from the table. Fatty foods like turkey, turkey skin, meat, fat, gravy can cause pancreatitis, even given in small amounts. So make sure that your pets have proper identification as well in case a guest accidentally leaves the door or the gate open while they're at your house. Especially if you're having a lot of people over, maybe create a quiet space for your pet so they can kind of hide and relax, get away from the noise and all that fun stuff. And also ask questions about visiting family pets who might be coming over for the holidays.
Pets, like humans, if they're sick, can absolutely spread whatever they may be carrying to other animals, whether that's nose to nose, like canine influenza, or something as dogs like to sniff poo and they sometimes like to roll in it. That's one way that parvo can be spread, for example.
Above all, make sure your pets are up to date on their vaccinations and contact your veterinarian if you have any questions. Tons of stuff going around for canines these days. Yeah. I mean, we got to notice about distemper, the parvo stuff. There's that mystery illness going around the United States for dogs.
Not good.
Got to keep them safe. They're our best friends. In your WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Dave Wolf has sports in just a moment. Let's find out what's happening with ABC News.
ABC News. I'm Derek Dennis. Travelers.
All right, everybody. That about does it for us for, not only today, but also the rest of the year.
This is so cool.
Did you get a chance to open that up?
I've not opened it up. I was doing the news. You saw me. I was here.
No, I didn't know if you were also ripping it open at the same time.
I'm reading it, though, and it's got one of my favorites in it, which is Herb de Provence. Herb de Provence.
That's a combination of herbs.
It sure is.
But
herbs of the Provence.
Yeah, I do enjoy that.
Ooh, this rub is herby with citrus notes and just the right amount of saltiness and heat to balance it out. This rub is a go-to workhorse for any kitchen grill. Yep. How fun is that?
Yep, you can do fish. And they also have pork on there. So if anybody in your family does like pork.
They all like pork. Who doesn't like pork?
Yeah, but you.
I just don't eat it.
You just don't eat it.
Yeah. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't eat it.
Yeah. So, he was telling me because, of course, the guy, he builds smokers, so he travels all around the
This is the same guy who built all the cool smokers?
So the guy, he doesn't build, the spice company is not that, but he knows the guy.
Okay.
And he said, he's a great guy. The stuff's really good. But the guy that made that spice, he said, I think he's a Air Force veteran.
Okay.
He worked in the Pentagon.
Cool.
I don't know if as a chef, but he worked in the Pentagon and did some other stuff in the DC, Maryland region.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. No, that's very cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, there you go.
My gift, I don't know. It'll save your life, but it won't taste as good as this.
I'm not going to eat it. I will eat the Kinder Joys, though. Look forward to trying those out later.
I was picking up some last minute items as stocking stuffers, and I saw those, and we had talked about those, and I knew you had to have them. I got you two, so one of those is for Jocelyn, unless you want them both.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want them both.
I will probably end up eating the candy side of things, but the little toy I believe there's a little toy inside. Yeah, sounds like
that's what the deal is. Right?
Yeah, surprise toy inside. That's what they say. I've always thought these were interesting, but these used to be.
Just don't eat the toy.
Used to be hard to find, but they make them here in the U.S. now.
Well, I had to search high and low. We had to send a wagon train up a rocky hill to get that.
At the gas station?
No, not the gas station.
At the grocery store?
Not the grocery store.
Well, where'd you find them?
Special place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
North Pole.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much. We got the matchy Christmas flannels.
Yes.
Yeah, we decided to go flannel, and red flannel was the choice.
Yeah. Popular. So, Merry Christmassy.
Hope everyone enjoys the holidays and everyone's safe. If you're traveling, don't forget to if you're taking a turkey with you,
Wrap it.
You can put it under your seat if you want.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird. A lot of and check your what you're supposed to be able to take if you're going to travel. If you don't travel often, just go through that checklist of stuff, because you don't want to have that stuff in your bag and then TSA is like, you can't have this, you can't have that. Then they got to take your whole bag and throw everything out. You don't want that.
Do you think they like doing that?
I mean,
because you want to enjoy your job. You want to have some passion for it.
I don't know if they enjoy that because the only reason you're opening that is because you don't see exactly what certain things are on the scanners, those little X-ray scanners. So I don't know. I feel like I'd have some anxiety opening up somebody's bag. Not only I don't want to embarrass them, but two, I don't know what I'm going to find.
Yeah.
What mystery thing I'm going to find inside there.
Yeah. You see those stories about people finding weird stuff in there.
Yeah. So anyways, Merry Christmas, everyone. Again, this is the last show for us for 2023. Back on January 2nd, 2024 to do the show. And we'll do live stream as well. But we put in about an hour and a half's worth of live stream, so I think we're good. But thanks, everybody.
Happy holidays, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all that kind of good stuff.
All right, bye now.